Let me fix my hair. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Cassandra here, and if you're new, I post videos all on beauty and lifestyle and just about anything that tickles my fancy. So this is going to be one of those videos that's going to be tickling my fancy, and everybody's doing it, and I figured I might just join in on the fun because I got a lot to say. So this video is going to be on all the things I think we should leave in 2019, all the things we should have left in the last decade. I wrote it down on a piece of paper on my little trusty notebook, that way I don't forget. Yeah, so I think it's going to be interesting. So if y'all want to go get your little wine, your little cup of coffee, whatever time of day you're watching this, we gonna just have a little chat. But before I continue, I am gonna do my little shameless promo of the day, and it is on my necklace. It's from Quill Jewelry. You can find it on my website. I'll leave it right here, and I'll also leave it in the description box. So it's my Jamaica pendant from Jamaica, if nobody never know. And I figured I'll just create something to represent. I also have a bunch of other jewelry on it. Everything is very island inspired, so check that out. I'm gonna do a separate video on that later. But anyways, I just decided to write down 15 things so we could talk about 15 things what I feel like we need to leave in a 2019, in the last decade, because we kind of all over it. Like, I feel like everybody's just on the same page. We all have 2020 video 2020 vision alert. Corny, you know, saying aside, I am feeling rejuvenated. I'm feeling excited. It's a new year. Let's get to it. So the first thing I think that we can all agree on that we need to leave in 2019 is racism and bigotry. Racist people. Let me ask you a question. I'm not tired of being racist. I never say, oh my god, me tell you say, like, ever since I moved to America, and I'm gonna be going in and out of my Jamaican accent, so bear with me, people. Since I moved to Jamaica, I've always known I was black, because obviously, like, majority of people in Jamaica are black, even though we are one big melting pot of, like, melting potness. I don't think I've ever been so, like, aware of my race until I move to America. And I'm probably going to open up a whole can of worms, and people are going to be in my comments talking about blah, 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 yada, 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 or if I said out all this stuff. But realistically, like, this country, I feel like, is so focused on race, and racism is so ingrained into the, like, fabric of this, like, nation, that it's just crazy. Racist people, I'm not tired of being racist. Like, seriously, like, I'm gonna understand why it's like black people just bother everybody, but I understand it. I don't understand it. We need to leave racism in 2019. We need to leave it in 2019. Do not take it in this decade. We don't want it. Bigotry, same thing. Like, if you want to see people who gay and don't like it, then just turn the other eye. It not for bother you. It really don't have to bother you. So just leave racism and bigotry in the last decade. We going into a new decade. Let love lead the way, okay? The second thing, continuing off the whole racism situation, is the harassment of black people. I don't know if it's because social media has made this so prevalent, but I feel like in 2019, black people just was constantly being harassed. Them at a park, they're getting harassed. Like, they barbecuing, they're getting harassed. You're going into your apartment, people wondering if you live there because you're black. And realistically, people who love call police on black people for doing random everyday things, only need to stop it. Like, seriously, you guys really need to stop it. Like, stop harassing black people. Unless you feel like your life is in imminent danger, and I mean imminent danger, not your racism antennas tingling, but if you feel like you're in imminent, Lord, me can't call the word. If you feel like you're in danger, then you could call the police. But other than that, if you see a black person in the park walking their dog, if you see a black person barbecuing, if you see a black person sitting at a pool, if you see a black person, you know, studying in Yale University or any other Ivy League university, you see them studying in the library, just leave them alone. Please just leave them alone and let them be. Okay, we gonna leave them alone. The third thing I think that we all can agree on, that we're going to leave, and this may be a little bit controversial, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyways. Blackface and blackfishing. Now, if y'all don't know what blackface is, it is pretty much I can't remember what the actual word for it is, but back in the early in the 1920s and 1930s and 1940s, when television programming was getting really popular, white people used to put black paint on their face, pretty much just make fun of black people. And I feel like the new form of blackface and blackfishing is tanning your skin excessively dark. If you are a white person, you want to tan your skin excessively dark. The plumping of the lips, the braids in the hair, the big butt shots, like it's just getting a little bit too excessive. And a part of me want to blame the Kardashians for this, but I can't really fully blame the Kardashians for this, because I don't know, like I feel like we all love, like, and I don't like to say black culture, but really and truly it's more like hip-hop culture. You know, we all love hip-hop culture. We all love the big boobs, the big butt, the big, you know, lips, the nice dark skin, the braids, the weaves, all this extra stuff, but we don't like seeing it on black women. And for me, it's kind of a problem. It's like an issue, because you feel like it's better to see this on a white person. But you know, like I don't really want to go too much into the whole race talk, because sometimes I will put my foot in my mouth when I speak on issues like that. But I feel like we can all agree that we need to leave blackface and blackfishing. You know, Gucci and the blackface and the blackfishing. Who else was doing the whole blackface this year? It's Gucci, it's Prada, and a bunch of other brands. We need to leave all of that in 2019, the last decade. It's a new decade. We can leave it over there. Also, I think the one thing, number 4 on my list, I actually have to write it down. Cancel culture. Like, we gonna leave I can't even pronounce the word. We are going to leave cancel culture and fake outrage in 2019. I don't know what it is, but I really feel like certain people get a rise out of like making people angry, like gaslighting people. And then this whole cancel culture, like, I'm getting my lipstick all over my place. This whole cancel culture, I really don't think it works. Like, who you canceling? Please let me know who you cancel. Who you cancel, and when you cancel them, where them gonna go? Because really and truly, like in 2019, I felt like everybody was trying to cancel Gucci. That didn't work. People were trying to cancel a bunch of other people. It didn't work. So I think that we are all humans. Everybody's allowed to make mistakes. Some mistakes are a little bit isn't mistakes. Some mistakes are like actual intentional, and for that I can understand those people being canceled. But for people who are like genuine or genuinely clueless, I like to use the word genuinely clueless or genuinely ignorant, canceling really doesn't do much. Like, it really doesn't do much. And fake outrage, we need to get over it. Like, stop gaslighting stuff. Stop trying to be fake outrage and mad at Gucci. And then next week, oh, I'm going to stop buying Gucci for a month. And then next week, like, we're buying it. So, fake outrage, cancel culture, we're done with that in 2019. The 5th thing we're going to cancel is cancel. The 5th thing we want to leave in 2019, I don't know, this is asking way too much, but gun violence. It is getting overly crazy and overly out of control. Gun violence in America is just crazy. And you know, sometimes I say this, and it's not because I'm trying to be like arrogant or anything, but I do say this, that there are times when I am actually thankful that I don't have kids that are going to school right now. And even when I do have kids, this is something that I'm going to have to be worried about. But it must be heart-wrenching for a parent to send your kids off to school. You know, you pray, you send them off to school, you know, you anoint them in oil, because I know some families like to do that. And you send your kid to school only to like find out that some other kid just went into a school and shot the place up. Like, it's just crazy. I don't want to make this video political, but like, we have to do something about it. There is just way too much gun violence in the country right now. I'm not sure of the statistics. The last time when I looked it up, it was like an average of 200 or maybe, yeah, like 217 or something. I'm not sure for the year. I'll probably put the correct number somewhere. Yeah, but it needs to school shooting and gun violence in. Like, you can't go anywhere and not be scared. Like, for me, I don't even like to go in anywhere that's crowded. I live in New York. I don't go to Times Square. I don't go in buildings that's too crowded, because stuff like this I think about and I worry about. And you shouldn't feel that way. But we need to leave that. We need to leave that. And I'm actually at 10 minutes already. Am I at 10 minutes already? I'm going to try to speed this up. So, gun violence, we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that. We're going to leave that. The sixth thing we're going to leave in 2019 is the whole climate change deniers and all the climate change deniers followers. Y'all can go live in Antarctica and stay there and then deny said the climate not change and deny said the planet not changing. Wanna go and go live in Antarctica. The ice caps are melting. Scientists have said it. And for the life of me, I don't understand people who deny climate change. And I feel like it starts from the top. And I'm not going to mention this person's name, because I can't, for other reasons. But I don't understand people who deny climate change. Like, scientists tell us that the ozone, is like the ice caps are melting. The ozone is all messed up. And like, I don't have kids yet, but I'm worried about my children. Like, I would like them to be able to breathe clean, fresh air. And I live in New York, so I would like to see the city not like over flooding should we have like massive sea level rising, because I remember a couple years ago we had a hurricane and all the lower Manhattan was flooded. So we need to, like, those climate change deniers, people who don't believe in science and all those climate change deniers, y'all need to go somewhere else. We don't want y'all in 2020. We don't need y'all. The seventh thing I'm gonna cancel. The seventh thing I'm going to talk about that we going to leave in 2019. Every time I think about it, I get so upset. Like, I get really mad because I just remember of all the hours and all the time and all the hours I spent rewatching the Game of Thrones episode in preparation for season 8. We gonna leave season 8. We'll leave season 8. Season 8 Game of Thrones, we are leaving you in 2019. Like, I just wish, I really wish R.R. Martin would redo all the episodes. Like, I would happily forget season 8, because Game of Thrones and the Dan and Dave, all of y'all wanna try me, wanna try my soul. Like, I just remember watching it and just being really upset. Y'all did my girl Daenerys dirty. Y'all did my man Jon Snow dirty. I don't like y'all. Season 8, staying at 2019. Stay there. We done. Okay. And in continuation of leaving other things in 2019, number 8 on my list is cable. I left cable in 2019. Once I moved, I canceled my cable. I tell Verizon, Fios, I said bye. It was nice knowing y'all for 2 years. Would have charged me $100 and something every single month. You guys charge me a lot of money every month, and it was nice knowing you, but we gonna leave you in 2019 because streaming is where it's at. Now, Netflix, you guys have my heart and my soul. Hulu, y'all are coming up too. I'm thinking about getting Disney Plus because I love all those Marvel comic movies and all those Mulan, all those stuff. I love it. So I'm thinking about getting Disney Plus, but we all leaving in cable in 2019. And if you still have cable, girl, guy, divas, y'all need to just leave it in 2019. Just save your money and leave it in 2019. Trust me, you will save so much money if you just get a streaming service, because everything is on the internet. Everything you ever want to know is on a streaming service. It's on the internet. You could get Roku, you could get everything, and just get your the channels that you like to watch, and so on and so forth. So cable, we leaving you in 2019. Now, number 9, we are going to leave the toxic beauty community and the biased drama channels in 2019. Oh my God. 2019, man, I see so much fake people on YouTube. And, my channel is super small, so certain things, I don't really, care too much to do videos on, but I do love to watch. YouTube is my main source of entertainment. I don't watch TV that often. I'm either on Netflix and, on YouTube. So for me, like, YouTube is like my thing. And I remember last year I was really getting into like all the drama that's on YouTube from all these drama channels. And then recently I just started realizing that the main person that was causing all the drama, like there was always this one person. I'm not gonna call nobody name. I ain't calling nobody name. But there is always this one person that always seems to be at the center of every single drama that happened. And y'all know who that is. But we're going to leave all the toxic, problematic drama, problematic beauty gurus. We're going to leave them in 2019. It's a new year. Start fresh. We need good vibes and positive energy only. And all those biased drama channels that went all the way in. I'm talking... They went so in on poor Jacqueline. And I'm not going to say poor Jacqueline because she really kind of did deserve it, trying to sell people shitty ass hairy lipsticks. But I just thought it was so unfair in how they went hard on Jacqueline. Jacqueline, what is her last name? I don't remember what her last name is. But I just thought it's so funny how they went in on this girl and her crappy lipsticks. And there are other beauty gurus that did launches that had really... that were kind of problematic, and nobody talked about it. So all of these, like, I used to subscribe to a couple of drama channels and I've unsubscribed from all of them because I realized that they are all biased. So we're gonna leave all the bias and toxic beauty gurus, all the biased drama channels, we're gonna leave them in 2019. Now, where am I? How far am I? Oh, I need to go, because I'm really just blabbing. So, in keeping with that, on number 10 on my list is all the influencers and all the gurus and the beauty gurus that be doing these massive amount of sponsorship videos that don't even go with their brands. And I'm talking about the beauty gurus and the beauty influencers that are pushing the flat tummy teas when they're like as thin as a steak. All the 18, 19, 21, 25-year-olds that are pushing the Olay Regenerist. I remember just seeing a bunch of influencers that were pushing Olay Regenerist, knowing darn well that they don't even use Olay Regenerist. Like, my mama don't even use Olay Regenerist. And no shade to Olay, because I love some Olay product. But I feel like as an influencer or a beauty channel or a beauty guru or a guru in general, like, whatever there's nothing wrong with sponsorship. Get your money while you can. I don't care about, like, to me, sponsorship doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the excessive amount of sponsorship, and also because I feel like now I'm starting to watch, like, the whole point of me watching YouTube is to get away from commercials. And when I start watching these beauty channels or these channels that are just pushing stuff, I feel like I'm watching TV all over again. So I really wish some channels would just, like, limit the sponsorship, or at least do it in a way where I don't even know that it's a sponsorship. And also, if you're going to do a sponsorship, at least make it in tune with your brand. If you are an 18, 19-year-old and you have a massive following, you and I know that you're not using Olay. Olay to me is just a brand that's suited or catered to a more mature person. Anyone that's like a 35 plus would probably be more accurate. But I get certain companies are trying to, like, reach a larger audience or trying to reach, like, a younger fan base. But we all know y'all not using no Olay Regenerist. So only need to stop with the fake sponsorship and the sponsorship that y'all don't give a crap about, because we really don't care about it either. So number 11, I guess with influencers pushing dumb stuff, I'm gonna put number 11 as stop overspending. It's 2020. It's 2020. It's time for us to have 2020 vision. It's time for us to have more money in our pocket. Like, my goal for 2020 is money. Thinking about my future. Stop overspending on just unnecessary stuff. And I think, like, the one thing that we all need to, like, start focusing on or realizing when it comes to spending, there's nothing wrong with spending money, especially if you have it, like, spend it. But I think it's also, we need to just all collectively, especially on YouTube, collectively spend with intention. Like, what are we buying? Are we buying this product because we need it? Is it a necessity? Do I have something like it? Like, just spend with intention and, you know, stop overspending. Stop letting these influencers push stuff on you that you don't necessarily need to buy, because the only person going to be broke in the end is you. So, I'm just saying. Number 12 is bad credit. Again, it's 2020. Guys, it is 2020. I did a video on how to fix your credit. You guys could check it out. I'm probably going to leave it linked somewhere here. But it's 2020. If you have bad credit, there's no shame in that. I've had bad credit. Like, I remember a couple years ago when I pulled my credit report or my credit score, I was like at a 520 or 524. And it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It's such an embarrassing like feeling to have shitty credit. It really is embarrassing. And trust me, I know, but it's 2020. If you have bad credit, try to make sure, try to just make it your goal to just have a better credit score at the end of the year. It's not that hard to fix unless you have like, I don't know, a bankruptcy or something, but your credit score can be fixed. Just, you know, you can watch my video. There are a bunch of other videos on how you can raise your credit score. We gonna work on our credit in 2020. You know, we gonna be boss ladies and boss guys in 2020. So yeah, work on your credit. So number 13 on the list, and y'all gonna be mad at me for this, but I don't care. We all need to leave unhealthy eating habits. Popeye's chicken sandwich, McDonald's, leave that crap in 2019. It is 2020. I know some of you guys, your New Year's resolution may be to lose some weight. I know for me, I'm trying to lose like about 10 pounds, you know, get rid of that little fupa. Like I need to really snatch. But I think we all know collectively enough about food and what not to eat in order to be healthy. And personally, I don't subscribe to one particular diet. I'm neither vegan nor am I like vegetarian or carnivore. I basically eat based on my mood and how I'm feeling that day. So certain foods, I know I don't like to eat certain foods because it doesn't make me feel good at all. So dairy is one of them. I stay away from dairy. Every now and then I'll allow myself to have an ice cream here and there, but dairy, I particularly stay away from anything that's dairy, you know, milk, cheese. I stay away from that stuff. Steak, I'll only eat steak like maybe like once a month because I know it takes forever to digest in your stomach. And I try my best to eat a lot more greens and a lot more fruits and vegetables, especially when it's that time of the month, because when your body's losing all that, you know, all that stuff, like you need to eat iron rich food in order to build yourself back up. So whenever I feel sluggish or I feel, you know, crazy, I try to make sure I eat very, very healthy. And I feel like we all can collectively make that our goal in 2020. You know, eat better. We know enough about food and we know the foods not to eat. So we're going to leave Popeye's chicken sandwich in 2019. I don't understand that craze. I don't understand what that craze was about. We're going to leave McDonald's in 2019. I don't want to say Chinese food because I've had really good Chinese food from like an actual Chinese restaurant. But in New York, we have like a lot of like Chinese restaurant around here that sells really bad unhealthy food. So we're going to leave all that unhealthy food in 2019. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. We're going to leave all of that in 2019. Number 14 goes to the whole unhealthiness, and we're going to leave unhealthy, you know, toxic family members, toxic friendship, anything that's emotionally draining. We're going to leave all of that in 2019. Just because somebody is your family doesn't necessarily mean that you need to put up with their toxic behavior, their toxic energy. It doesn't mean that you have to put up with that. If that's your parent, if that's your, you know, brother, your sister, whoever. If somebody is toxic and it's just draining, emotionally draining on you, or whenever you're around them, you don't feel good. They don't make you feel good. They don't make you feel happy. We gonna leave that in 2019. We gonna leave that in 2019. We gonna learn to love the people that are toxic from a distance and focus on our own emotional well-being and our own emotional health. We're going to focus on our own emotional health. And number 15, and it is the last one on the list, is shitty workplace culture and gender inequality. It is 2020, people. I'm gonna need our lawmakers to get it together. I want all the women that's doing the same job as all the men to be getting their equal pay. Because I know personally, I've been in situations where I literally was doing the same job as a man, and we were getting two totally different pays. I was basically making less than that person. So we gonna leave shitty workplace culture in 2019. We gonna leave on equal pay in 2019. Like, black women and black men need to be making the same amount of money as a white woman and a white man. Like, equal work for equal pay. We gonna leave all the gender equality and the gender biases. We gonna leave that in 2019. We gonna leave that in 2019. So I hope this wasn't too much. I want to see how far I could edit this down, because I know I was like rambling all, but I feel like we can all collectively agree on everything. So if you have anything that is that I didn't mention that you want to like mention, you can leave it in the comments, and we gonna have like a little discussion in my comment box. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. These lights are actually making me really hot, and it's kind of like super late. It is now 2:39 a.m. in the morning, so I'm gonna go to my bed. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoy this. Bye guys.